Back to kind of the record book. Trevor mentioned it before. OU all-time leading rusher. My last game, your last game is a Sooner Sugar Bowl. Kind of talk about that one too, because I know it was another one of those. We may have had the game locked up, and I think folks kind of realized, you were however many yards away, or maybe they knew kind of before going into that. Talk about that moment, getting that carry. I think it was, broke a couple tackles. Looked a lot like the one against Kansas, where shedded a few guys, and then talk about what that record means to you, because the history of running backs at the University of Oklahoma. There's a few statues of guys out in front of the stadium. I mean, it's one of those places where it's if it's not RBU, it's one of the top 5 best places for producing running backs. Talk about that record. What that means to you too.
That record, that was, considering, who had come before me, that one was a big one for me. Funny, I was talking to Bate a few months ago, and he was like, I just realized you save your most exaggerated runs for when you're about to break a record. And I was like, what are you talking about? He was just like, you do some of the most incredible things when you're breaking a record, like the 427, and when you broke the singles or the all-time leading rushing record. You do some of the most incredible things. And I just looked at him for a second. I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. But I don't know what it is that comes over me, and when it's like crunch time, but it's like, I don't know, I just refuse to go down. But with that one, that one was special simply because, of the names of the guys who were up there before me, Billy Sims and Adrian Peterson and all of those guys. And I didn't realize where I was. I think it was Coach Gundy maybe, who told me how close I was. But, once everything after that run was just a blur, I don't remember nothing after it. I've seen pictures and I still don't remember it, but that was just such a surreal moment for me, to do that, and especially in 3 years. That was the real crazy part for me, was, accomplishing all of that in 3 short years. Mm-hmm. So it was extremely special, but like I said, it was all a blur after the run. I don't really remember any of it.
Yeah, it is incredible, like you mentioned, given the time frame, and then also the fact that you were sharing carries with Joe and other guys for a lot of your career. Mm-hmm. Still be able to accomplish that. Of those awards and those accomplishments, those are all obviously imprinted forever in the Oklahoma record books. But from a picture standpoint, the picture I see most of you is kneeling on the 1 yard line against Oklahoma State in Bedlam. I mean, that was, everybody went crazy over that deal. And that was so cool. I loved that. Yeah. And obviously everybody else did as well.